Hello again, everybody. Zacatech is here with my review of the 2018 Royal Rumble, the 35th annual WWE Royal Rumble, hailing from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on January 28th, 2018. It's been a long weekend for me. Gigs, concerts, and then, of course, the wrestling action, starting with NXT TakeOver on Saturday. I did not make a review for that because I was at a concert for one of Prince's former proteges, Sheila E., who was great. I saw TakeOver after that, and I thought TakeOver was decent. You know what I mean? Wasn't the best TakeOver, but I thought it had its moments. Tag team title match was decent. Ono and Velveteen Dream was probably the worst match of the night. It's not Dream's fault. It was his connection with Ono. His chemistry wasn't there. Women's match was decent. It was kind of a beatdown match with Shayna Baszler attacking Emma Moon's arm. Best two matches were Coleman and Main. The Extreme Rules match with Adam Cole. Bye-bye. Aleister Black was good. Should have been a lot more better pacing. It was kind of a slow-going match. There was some good weapon spots. That Valley drive on two chairs from Aleister Black to Adam Cole. Damn. Yeah, interference from Sanity and Spirit Era. Main event, the overall best match of the night. Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Gargano. Who'd have thought we'd see these two in an NXT TakeOver main event? And they were awesome. The story was great. The crowd was great. You had Zelina Vega involving herself. And you had Candice LeRae interfering on behalf of Johnny, taking Zelina Vega out. And Ciampa showed up at the end, attacking Johnny after he lost to Andrade. I thought he was going to come out and school him, but he didn't. We also saw EC3 in the crowd, War Machine, and Ricochet. So that's NXT. So the Rumble pay-per-view with two Rumble matches. I thought this year's Rumble the overall event was pretty good, actually. It was probably one of the best Rumble matches in years. Men's Rumble, and if you say anything different, fuck you. Because we actually had a good winner for once. Finally, best Rumble in a long time. So good moments in there, good surprises. You saw one of them on my description. Now, this might be the first time ever that we have, not only first time we have two Rumbles, but also we have a Japanese person win both. You see by my subtitle there. Plus, an appearance that we thought was going to happen or wasn't going to happen, happened. When you least expected. And if you saw my predictions video, I think I was right on every match. I was right. In my two picks for the Rumble, one. Well, my individual picks, because I picked the Raw and a SmackDown pick for each Rumble. So, give this one 7. We're going to have a few more points if Raw's title matches didn't suck. You know, because the pacing and the order was interesting, because you had the two SmackDown matches, and then the men's Rumble. Then the two Raw matches, and of course the women's Rumble. By the time the men's Rumble was done, everyone was dead. So the two Raw matches couldn't compete, and those matches kind of sucked. You know, because the way they ended up. So, there you go. Now on to the overall night, starting with the pre-show. We had a cruiserweight match. Since we don't have a cruiserweight champion, thanks to the situation with Enzo Amore, with the whole situation of getting fired over the whole rape thing, and lying to his company about it, blah, 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 all that shit. The fact we're not going to get a new GM till this upcoming week. Yeah, we have a new GM for 205 Live. And determine the title then. We had a 6-man tag to open up here. We had KALISTO, LINCE DURADO, and METALIK taking on GULAK, TJP, and Jack Gallagher. I think they should have more people in, because this match was at 5:30. The arena was still piling in, so they kind of played in front of a half-empty crowd. Kind of like what happened with The Miz in the Miz Watch against the Hardys and Jason Jordan at the SummerSlam pre-show. They play in front of a half-empty house. For what it was kind of a slow-going cruiserweight match. You had some people, the few people that was in there. You know, you had the PowerPoint chants for Gulag. The bad guys isolated early. The Luchas got some good flying spots. There was a good spot when all three were on the top rope and took out everybody. That was a cool little flying spot there. And after everyone was all taken out, It came down to Kalisto and TJP. TJP had a little problem with his partners. The ongoing storyline is thing with TJP getting an tandem tantrum every time he's been losing. It's not been good for him since he's returned after a couple months off with creative having nothing for him. That's what happened to Austin Aries, but he left. Anywho, TJP, he blind tagged himself in. There was some tension with the partners, especially GULAK trying to apply his no-fly zone rules, admonishing Jack Gallagher for trying to do a fly move, which he missed, by the way. But near the end, TJP was going for a detonation kick, got countered by KALISTO with the SDS, Leo Del Sol, and the victory for the Lucha team. 2.2, you know, front of a half-empty crowd. It was good. Good little opener, even though, like I said, the crowd was empty. Cruz has a little chance to shine. At least they had a moment. Next up, the last of our wall pre-show matches. We would have the Revival taking on the Good Brothers, Balor Club in the house, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. Mentioned my predictions video, second year in a row, that the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, were on the Rumble pre-show. Last year, they were going up for the Raw Tag Team titles. This time is a rematch from Raw 25. Revival trying to unwash themselves from the burial they got on Monday from DX. Look good early on, isolating Gallows and Anderson with a classic old school tag team vibe. You know, they look good early on. I was like, okay, give Revival some good spots here, and they're probably going to eat the pin again. But back in my mind, I was like, man, you know what? I think I might have been wrong on one match. I said I was right on all my predictions. I think this is the only match I got wrong. So, after Anderson got the hot tag in, actually Gallows got the hot tag in, Anderson was isolated for most of the matchup with the double team, quick tagging from Revival. Got the hot tag in, the Gallows with some big time moves, some big boots. And then a Magic Killer was set it up on Dawson before Dash Rider would break it up. And they were targeting Anderson's knee throughout the match. That's during the isolation game Revival's playing. Anderson got tagged back in after Gallows' hot fury. And the knee was buckled yet again. Targeting the knee for Anderson with the chop block. And surprisingly, Revival gets the heat back. 50-50 booking. So, question 50-50 booking, but at least Revival got some heat back. And hopefully this doesn't mean they're going to get totally buried. You know, hopefully they can recover. And maybe they will recover. Maybe they won't be Ascension after all. Ascension never recovered from the burial on Raw 15 or 20 or whatever. Or, whatever episode it was. They got buried by the Legends. So, maybe Revival may be saved after all. 2.4 for this one. So, there you go. 50-50 booking. This is the only match. I think, like I said, looking back, I think it's the only match I got wrong. Now on to the U.S. Open Challenge with Bobby Roode defending his title. Now it's supposed to be the finals tonight. But the finals were pushed to a SmackDown. So who was going to challenge Bobby Roode? Was it going to be an NXT call-up? Was it going to be Dolph Ziggler? But why would Ziggler return to the pre-show? So we had we had suspense. Who was going to challenge Bobby Roode? And it was Mojo fucking Rawley. Wah, wah, wah. Or should I say, wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. You know it. Get that wah, wah, wah. So, this should have been a SmackDown. You know what I mean? If they were going to have this open challenge, had it be Mojo, should have been on SmackDown. But Mojo, as a heel, he has had a chance to shine as a heel on the main TV. He's been doing better on social media than in the ring on screen. So basically, it's a rematch from the semifinals. Because Rawley lost to Roode. It's basically a rematch from SmackDown. Rawley didn't give it his little offensive fury, trying to find his killer instinct, as his armband said. But despite his instinct and trying to go for his big rolling elbow, his big punch elbow thing he does as a finisher, Roode to come back alive. Some big, glorious moves. Eventually hit the Big tornado DDT, the glorious DDT, after numerous attempts and finally got it tornado style in the victory for Bobby Roode. 2.3. Pre-show matches were once again kind of pointless, but at least the only good point is Revival won the match. So there you go. So on to the main pay-per-view. I thought maybe the tag team titles were going to open up, like the SmackDown titles. But then, I made that little prediction. I might have made a prediction on the first match. But I thought about it, I was like, maybe the Women's Rumble would be first because when you have two stipulation matches in the same pay-per-view, usually a stipulation match is first, then the other one's later. Like you have two Hell in a Cell matches. The first cell match is the first match, and the main event is the second cell. But nope, we open up with the SmackDown World title. The WWE title match was first. The handicap match as the Yup movement of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which took on AJ Styles in a handicap match. Because they're like, we already have a triple threat match for a title. What the hell is making this a handicap match? And it kind of panned out like you should have. With tagging in and out valid for KO and Sami, they kind of played with that a lot. In the early going of the match, it got kind of slow because KO and Sami was, playing the mind games, great tagging. And then, of course, the numbers game took advantage of AJ Styles. Decent little match. You have some good athletes in there. Crowd was good. Doing the Ole thing and fight Owens fine. But everyone was definitely on AJ Styles' side. Trying to overcome the odds of a 2-on-1 deficit. But after the isolation game penalty by KO and Sami, there was one good little sequence there, they took advantage of the handicap moves with, KO and Sami doing something, double teaming on Sami, double teaming on AJ, should I say. So one little spot, they're going for like a big move and got turned to a blue thunder bomb, taking advantage, that was kind of close. AJ even did the phenomenal forward at one point to Sami Zayn, but then KO break up the count. That's the thing. The numbers game, AJ was against, every time he got one guy in a precarious position, whether it's a pinfall or a submission, the other guy would break the hold. You know what I mean? And this time it wasn't a triple threat. It was a handicap match, as these two, Sami and KO, were trying to be co-WWE champion. That's never happened. We had co-women's champions once, which was cool, but now we're trying to get co-WWE champions. So after these little matches, good action here. Even though we had a power bomb attempt from Sami and KO actually. And even everyone's going for the big moves. AJ did get the calf crusher in. He got the springboard, phenomenal forearm. KO did not do the power bomb or the cannonball. And Sami's trying his moves too. And then here comes the ending. Intriguing ending. So AJ and Zayn were fighting. And Sami Zayn was trying his best to get the tag in from KO. And Sami was holding him. AJ was holding him back. And there might have been a finger tag. Like a little finger tag, kind of an homage to Owens' tiny little finger rope thing against Jericho at Mania last year. So Kevin Owens got in the match, but we didn't see if he was legal or not. He got in trying to attack AJ, and then that's when he tried to pop a power bomb. Then AJ would counter it with a roll-up, and AJ won the match. But KO was not exactly legal. So it's kind of a weird little ending there. Kind of a sudden ending there. With that little, was it really a tag? And there was another good little spot where AJ did a little insecurity move. The killer instinct of AJ to nail that move was great. I kind of blinked and missed it, but it was kind of a cool little move. From what my parents told me. My dad told me, my friend. So that was a little sudden ending. 3.4 for this one. Good little action for these guys. For me in a handicap match. The better of the main title matches tonight. I thought the SmackDown Tag title match was the better title match out of all of them. Which is next. I'll get to that. Little sudden endings. Kind of tainted both SmackDown matches. But hey, it might did. So, KO and Sami complained to Shane and D-Bye later on. About KO not being legal. He was the legal guy. So I thought it was a botched botch. But it was a storyline botch to enhance the movement's momentum of being screwed over by another referee in the SmackDown administration. Yup. So AJ remains WWE Champion. Now on to the SmackDown Tag Team title match. The best 2 out of 3 falls. Benjamin also had a very interesting interaction with Jason Jordan during the Rumble pre-show, with some little burns to each other about, Jason Jordan being Kurt's son and about American Alpha, blah, blah, blah. They took on the Usos, who had a little promo before the event took place, the match with the Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Now, I was right on who won, but I was wrong on the falls that was happening. I thought it would come down to 3. Who'd have seen 2 straight coming? The first fall was definitely the best fall. That's when everything happened. Benjamins were aggressive early, some great double teamwork. They looked really good in this matchup. Very fast pace, first fall. And that's all they had, really, was the first fall. Let me see about the second fall. But anyway, despite Benjamins doing some big moves, the Usos came in with House of Fire. After, I think Jay was the one that was... Jimmy was isolated a little bit. Got double teamed a lot by the Benjamins with some great double teaming, as I mentioned. But then Jay got in, got some big moves in. And we had ourselves a super kick party. Or one tag team. Super kick. Omega got kicked out of Bullet Club. Tension, Omega, Cody, baby, and all in. Anywho, so there's some more little high-flying action. Usos were flying and everything. On both corners of the ring and all that. And there were some close calls. Like Benjamin had good pin attempts after a pay dirt move. There were some close calls in that first fall, but then the Usos came back alive with the double super kick to Gable in the first fall for the Usos. Like, okay, I thought the Benjamins was going to get the first fall. Usos get 2 straight. They get the second fall and the third fall. Well, there was never a tie because Uso got 2 straight. So the second fall was kind of a quick second fall. At the Benjamin and Gable laid out. Jimmy Uso on the outside with a double team move. On the outside, that was vicious. Little spot there. Jerry got back in. And got tossed back in. But then rolled up Benjamin and got the second fall. So second fall was not even like a minute. So I predicted that the Usos were going to get 2 straight. But not the first 2 falls straight. I thought they were going to split the first 2 falls. And then Usos win the third fall. So I was right on Usos winning 2 straight. I thought they were going to win the second and third fall. And have Benjamins get the first fall. But Usos won 2 straight. 3.0. Actually 3.2. Deduct a few points for the quick second fall. Because all the action took place during the first fall. That's when the double teaming happened, and most of the best action came from the first fall. So, there you go. I didn't expect a clean sweep. But I was right on Usos winning. Now on to the men's Rumble match. I was surprised when this match was in and not the main event, which is the women's Rumble. Good for equality and all that jazz. So, there you go. So, Rumble match. We only had 4 surprises. That's 3 more than last year, people. So we begin with Rusev Day. Rusev as number 1. Introduced by Anna English. And then Finn Balor will be number 2. There's a little side fact I'll say later during the Women's Rumble about a very significant irony about Irish. So, these were a little ball. Then number 3 was Rhino. I think he was the first elimination. Yeah, Rhino was the first elimination. When Baron Corbin, who was number 4, he eliminated Rhino kind of quickly. He went a wild shot. And then, one of the first shocks of the Rumble match was Baron Corbin being quickly eliminated by Finn Balor. Stunned by that. Stunned that Corbin did not last long. I bet you he's still in the doghouse. Missed opportunities again. Failed the Money in the Bank. And failed to win the Rumble. Wasn't even the Rumble for like a minute. Yeah. He was in the match like 20 seconds. He took everybody, including Rhino, but they got eliminated. But then he pulled Balor off the middle rope, laid him out with an end of day, started destroying everybody, leaving the ring empty. And Heath Slater came down, and he got taken out quickly by Baron. Heath Slater didn't get to the match till like midway towards it. He was laid out for most of the match. So then Elias, number 6, came in. He took some time to sing a song about Philly. It spit in the face of the Rocky statue. We were walking with Elias. I walk with Elias. And then at number 7, the first of our 4 surprises. 4 real surprises. Andrade Cien, the NXT champion. Fresh off a big win over John Gargano in a great match I mentioned. Main event NXT takeover on Saturday. Came in. It lasted a pretty long time. You know, he lasted till about number 18. So like it's about a good 30 minutes. So great effort there. Number 8 was Bray Wyatt. Number 9 was Big E, the first of our New Day members. Number 10 was Sami Zayn. It was supposed to be Ty Dillinger. Dillinger was going to be 10 yet again. After being 10 last year, the only real surprise of last year's Rumble is 10 music hit again. But then he was taken out by Sami KO. I was right on this prediction. I was right that the loser of a title match would enter the men's Rumble match. Instead, the title match was after the men's Rumble. We had Sami and KO. Well, it was Sami. Sami got the pick. So I was right on that prediction. They let one of the losers. I thought we both Sami and KO, but it was just Sami. So I was right that a loser of a title match would enter the Rumble. So, yeah, I was right. Then came men who was going to wrestle in other matches. Sheamus was number 11. And then Xavier Woods was number 12. Paul Cruz was 13. Shinsuke Nakamura was 14. There's a good little comedy spots, especially with Elias. And of course, New Day was goofing off and stuff. This is always 15. He was a little bit with Rollins. Cesaro came with the House of Fire. And then Kofi came in 16. He did it again. Jinder Mahal eliminated like all the New Day members. First, when he came in as number 17 after Kofi, he took out Big E. He took out Xavier as revenge for beating him in one of the matches of the United States title tournament. Well, he beat him, but anyway. Then Jinder was trying to eliminate Kofi, but Kofi, using one of his great Rumble save moments yet again, he landed on top of Xavier. Now, one of his foot hit the floor, but his other foot was on top of Xavier. Another clever Rumble save for the king of Rumble saves, Kofi Kingston. We would see another Rumble save later, as I think we have the new queen of Rumble saves. Later on during our People Rumble. Then Rollins came in. Now, Jason Jordan did not compete in the Rumble match. He was storyline injured. Not storyline, but he was legit injured. He's been pulled out of many cards. So we're going to see how that's going to pay out in the Raw Tag Team title match. Then, Rookie and Matt Hardy came in. He and Wyatt actually teamed up a little bit. They eliminated Rusev. Got one of the first big boos of the evening. And then they were taking each other out. They both went over the top rope. So we didn't see a lot of Rookie and Matt Hardy. Then 20 was John Cena. First big kind of boo of the night, besides Rusev's elimination. So he came in, trying to bury people. And then, of course, another big surprise came in. Well, not a big surprise, but a good surprise. Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through. The Hurricane, as a superhero, met the man who's faster than Rey Mysterio. Oops. More powerful than a Big Show. Even the Barry Guerreros in a single bound. The Hurricane went face to face with his toughest enemy to date. He went up one-on-one with Super Cena. He got quickly taken out by Cena. Good little nostalgia pop. It was cool to see the Hurricane. Just cool to see him at all. So, good little nostalgia pop for Hurricane. So, there you go. And this is number 22. Then Adam Cole, bye-bye. The other big surprise from NXT, fresh off his loss over Aleister Black, is number 23. Now, Andrade's probably going to go back to be NXT champion. But is Adam Cole main roster now? or was it just a one-time deal? Then, of course, last year's winner, Randy Orton, was number 4. 24, actually. Titus O'Neil was 25. Who cares? Miz was 26. And probably the biggest surprise of the Royal Rumble, men what? Was number 27. Booyaka! Booyaka! For years we were wondering, will this man ever come back? And he finally did tonight. Rey Mysterio returned to the Royal Rumble in WWE this evening. And he looked good in there. You know, he's been wrestling for other companies, including Lucha Underground. But sitting back in WWE, he's been rumored for a while. He was on fire. Even did the 619, even a double 619 to Cena and Reigns. That was awesome. Reigns was 28. He got his ass booed out the fucking building. The same one he got booed out of when he won in 2015. And then Gallows was 29. So won the number 30. Lots of speculation. And I was like, I'm not hyping myself over number 30. Learned the hard way last year to get overhyped for number 30. It's like, who's number 30 going to be? Is it going to be a surprise? Is it going to be Roman Reigns? So I was like, psyching myself out for being a surprise number 30. You know, I was like, it's not going to be Daniel Bryan. It's going to be a what. And I was right. Not only do we not get Daniel Bryan, he's still not getting cleared, people. I want to get cleared, but to be in a match of Shane McMahon, lots of speculation about D-Bryan being in like the biggest thing, but it wasn't D-Bryan. It was Dolph Ziggler, who was number 30. And he was only in for a minute. So it's kind of a waste. Finn Balor was kind of the MVP of the match. Roman, I think, eliminated the most. Roman eliminated 4 people. He was tied with Finn Balor, who also eliminated 4 people tonight. And Finn Balor lasted the longest. He lasted 58 minutes. He was number 2. So much for not being over. Then I'll be the longest guy. He did pretty well in there. Until he got eliminated by John Cena. So we're down to the final 4. If I'm not mistaken. The final 4 was, it was old against new. It was John Cena and Roman Reigns. And Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor. And like I said, Cena eliminated Balor. It came down to Cena, Nakamura, and Reigns. And then we were like, oh man, we didn't want anyone but Cena or Nakamura, Cena or Orton or Reigns to win. And they're 2 of the top 4. But then Cena got eliminated. He took the job again for Nakamura. Had Nakamura pinned him clean last summer. And then he got to be eliminated by Nakamura, coming down to Nakamura and Reigns. We were on the edge of our seats. Will there be another Wyatt in Philly? Will Reigns win again in the same building? His ass booed out in 2015. We were all suspense. And it was a good Rumble match for that. Some good comedy spots, some great surprises, and then intense moments. I think everybody watching the Rumble, the final 2, almost had a heart attack tonight. As Reigns was looking strong, make woman look strong. Super Reigns! He went for the spear a couple of times. And Nakamura did his big knee strikes. Then a couple of Bombaies. Good Kinshasas. And then the moment arrived, people. Roman Reigns was going for the spear. They got caught. And yes, Shinsuke Nakamura wins the Men's Royal Rumble match. We did not get a Wyatt. We didn't get Daniel Bryan. But we got Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Rumble. Fuck Reigns winning. Thank you, Vince, for finally listening to the fans. I'm not like some people say, oh, it's predictable. Hey, did you want the opposite? Did you want the alternative? Reigns winning? Fuck no. So, they decided this year to bring back the Choose Your Champion rule. Last year, the first Raw under the first Rumble under Brand Spank 2.0, the winner was not allowed to choose the champion. They had to be stuck with the brand they were on. But this year, for both Rumbles, they had the winners choose their champion. So Shinsuke Nakamura picked his champion off the bat. The match we've been begging for to happen. We're waiting for this match to happen. A New Japan match and a WrestleMania. It will be AJ Styles as long as there's no screwy bullshit with him losing the title between now and Mania against Shinsuke Nakamura. The front runner for WWE match of the year thus far was definitely Andrade Cien Almas and Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. But I think if they allow AJ Nakamura to have the feud we all want and have the match that they deserve, they will be the match of the fucking year. And this will make up for Lesnar Woman too. That may happen. And I said this in my Rumble predictions that Roman should have his big moment at Elimination Chamber. He should win that match to go on to face Lesnar, as many predicts. And I'm happy he did not win tonight. He didn't need to win tonight. We didn't need a Wyatt. We want a new guy to win. After the last couple of us have underwhelmed, with Roman winning and then Legends winning it, with Orton winning last year, and Triple H winning in 2016. We got a new guy. He's becoming lost in the shuffle since his main roster debut. But now with this win tonight, Nakamura's on his way to lose the match of a lifetime against AJ Styles 4.0 for the men's Rumble. Probably one of the best matches of the night. And I haven't said about the men's Rumble in a long time. There was some lags, like the last 3 or 4 entrants were kind of laggy. You know, no big surprises at the Mysterio with Goldust at 29. And of course, Dolph Ziggler is 30. That's the only little. But at least I was bracing myself for a lackluster 30 this time around. But then after the Rumble match, men's Rumble match, like, I like having 2 Rumbles, but the pacing and the order didn't help because after the men's Rumble match, the crowd was dead. And everyone at home was dead too. But at least we had some party break matches. For the Raw Tag Team titles, we had the Bar against Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. Seth Rollins in the feud against the Bar. It doesn't matter if it's with him and Ambrose or him and Jordan. The Rollins Bar feud. This is the feud that doesn't end. It will go on and on like that. This is why now we viral didn't need to get married. But at least they won tonight at the pre-show AM. I've heard for about a week now about Jason Jordan being hurt and not being able to wrestle. So he hasn't wrestled in weeks on Raw. He was put for house shows. So we were like, are they going to win him out for not being in the match? They could have did. Jordan got beaten down in the early goals of the match. It was laid out for most of the match. So this match basically was a handicap match. It was okay handicap match, but not the best. Rollins, like AJ Styles before him, tried to outrun the numbers. But at the end of the day, despite some nasty kicks, I think he did a curb stomp during the Rumble. I don't think he did during the main tag team title match. But he did do the curb stomp tonight. It's not the blackout. Curb stomp, damn it. But despite Rollins' Riley effort, he got laid out by Cesaro and James for big double teams before hitting a bro kick. And then a double team finish. And I think I did kind of predict this. Cesaro and Sheamus with the hot potato when the tag titles resuming. And they regained the Raw Tag Team titles. Now, I was wrong. I thought we were going to see an inadvertent moment with Jason Jordan and Rollins. I thought we were going to get another miscommunication like we did during the Peep Show on Monday. We had no miscommunication. Jordan was laid out for the match. But it may build the seed more, make the seed grow for a possible match at Mania. It was supposed to be Ambrose and Rollins, but after Ambrose got hurt, Rollins is now probably going to take on Jordan. Some would say it's a waste, but hey, if they allow Jordan to be athletic, it'd be a big heel, got booted out the building again. Boom. 2.5 for this one. This was a pay-per-view kind of had a... This was the slow period of pay-per-view, which I think was purposeful because the woman match, everyone was dead at this point. So they had some refreshers. And this was the second refresher. Triple threat match for the Universal Championship as we had the monster among men, Braun Strowman, the Big Red Machine Kane, and of course the Beast in the reigning defending undisputed Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. With this being triple threat rules, I was like, we're going to see some mayhem. especially from Strowman. In the match, we did see mayhem. We got tables broken. With Lesnar kind of paying back Braun for what he did at SummerSlam, when Braun laid out Lesnar with 2 power slams through 2 tables and put a table on top of him. Lesnar F5, Strowman doing 1 table. And got 1 table knocked on him. And Strowman also went through a table as well in the ring. And I didn't see a lot of this match because I kind of fell asleep at this point. You know what I mean? I've had a long weekend, party till almost 5 on Friday night. Went to a concert on Saturday. Then watched NXT after. So it's kind of a long weekend for me. And this match kind of sucked and underwhelmed, like most Lesnar matches are. Underwhelming. We had a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam with Lesnar. That was way fucking better than this. Way fucking better. More exciting. With Kane in the match, it kind of slowed down. Kane should not even been in that match. But Kane was there for the reason many people expected, including myself, to eat the pin by Brock Lesnar. We didn't see a lot of suplexes throughout the evening, but we did see the F5 onto Kane, and then bang, Lesnar got the victory. So at least Kane got pinned, not Strowman. 2.3. It was kind of a boring match. We had some spots, but the action was pointless, and we had another Lesnar match that underwhelmed. And another missed opportunity as WWE once again, they're pushing Braun Strowman to the moon with all these great spots, all these great moments with the ambulance and the truck and the lighting wig and the grappling hook. But all that shit he has done doesn't matter if you're not gonna put the fucking title on it. Come on, pull the fucking trigger. You've had your finger on that trigger to pull it, to make Strowman a champion for so long, yet your fingers are still like, every time it's like, it's time for Strowman to be champion. Pull the trigger now for Strowman champion. Boom. Oh, my finger froze. Come on, WWE. Strowman's a monster that needs to be a champion. Fuck Lesnar Reigns too. That's the way this is going. At least we're getting Shinsuke AJ. So, there you go. Now on to our main event. Yeah, you heard me. Our main event. The Women's Royal Rumble match. Stephanie on commentating. You can't... everyone was bitching about Stephanie. She wasn't that bad on commentary. She wasn't that bad. She wasn't too annoying. And you had all the hoopla. Stephanie guest on commentating. And Maria Menounos, the guest announcer. And with them being a Rumble, being main event, Women's Rumble, people, if you hated it, you're sexist. Because I thought Women's Rumble was exciting. I thought they were going to botch the over-the-top rope. Because most women's battle royals, you have to go through the bottom rope to be eliminated, not over the top. But I thought it went pretty well. And we had a lot more surprises in the Women's Rumble. A lot more legends. And not a lot of NXT people. Same number of NXT people as in the Men's Rumble. Only 2. No Iconic Duo. No Nikki Cross. But you have some good NXT people. So we begin with our first 2 participants. Sasha Banks at number 1. And Becky Lynch at number 2. Now this brings my fact of the day. That in both Rumble matches, the number 2 slot went to Irish-born wrestlers. Finn Balor was number 2 in the Men's Rumble, and Becky Lynch was number 2 in the Women's Rumble. So that's kind of an interesting fact, that the 2 major Irish-born wrestlers, a male and female, were number 2 in both Rumbles. So I thought that was a cool little fact that I need to point out. So there we begin. I will say Sasha lasted the longest. She went until won the final 4. And then Sarah Logan would be number 3. I still think she should have been Crazy Mary Dobson. And then Mandy Rose would come in. Absolution, Riot Squad colliding. And then we had the surprises pretty quick. The number 5 pick was Lita. At the Not Serial World 25, it was cool to see her in the Women's Rumble, and she kicked ass in this Rumble. Later, everybody with DDTs and Twist of Fate, including doing a double moonsault. She almost tripped, people. She almost tripped. She almost bounced the moonsault. But she got the moonsault and looked great. First elimination of the Rumble belonged to Mandy Rose, who was eliminated by Lita. Mandy Rose did okay in there without any eliminations, but hey, she had a moment. And then number 6 was our first NXT surprise, Kairi Sane, who I'm here for battling some neck problems. Maybe a storyline to make her be in the Rumble match. But hey, here she is. She came in like a house of fire, doing a pirate walk. And yes, she even did the insane elbow, which I thought she wasn't going to do. Because hey, over the top rope, can be eliminated, big risk. But she got the insane elbow in during the match. That was cool. And then Seth was top me not wearing all white. She got in and got eliminated by Lita. And then Dana Brooke got in. She was number 8. And then our next surprise, Tori Wilson, who got a big pop at Raw 25. She was there. Tori wasn't the best wrestler in the world, but damn, she tried. And she looked pretty well in there. You know, she had some big moves in there, coming as House of Fire early. She eliminated Dana Brooke before being eliminated by Sonya Deville, who was number 10. You know, MMA striking did pretty well. Then Liv Morgan was number 11. The next legend was Molly Holly. Couldn't see Molly in there. She looked great too. She did a big move on the top rope herself. We saw a lot of top rope spots with the women. You know, Lita did the moonsault off the top. Kairi Sane did the insane elbow. And Molly Holly did like a big 450 splash on the top. And then comes a big, kind of like a cool little portion of our show. I call this the Wrestler Wives portion of our show. As the next 3 out of the 4 entrants next are Superstar Wives. The first Superstar Wife, lucky number 13, Lana, who had a big Rusev Day chant. So we went from Mrs. Rusev to Mrs. Undertaker. Michelle McCool was number 14. She was on Raw 25 as well. She looked pretty good in there. But it's kind of weird to see Tori Wilson and Michelle McCool in the same match because they kind of use the same thing. You're not enough for me. Of course, a remix of the song for Michelle, but they kind of use the same thing, different versions. Then 15 was Ruby Wyatt, the non-wife of a wrestler in the first in this segment. And then came 16. A lot of people are disappointed that this woman was not included in the past general managers portion of our Raw 25, but it made up for it by having her come out and just say those 2 magical words. Excuse me! Yes, Vicky Guerrero showed up. Great nostalgia pop. She was only there for not long, because all the other women just turned on her, including her one-time buddy, Michelle McCool, who she aligned with Lane Cool back in the day. She got out pretty quick, but like the Hurricane, great nostalgia pop for Vicky Guerrero. Just seeing it all was awesome. It got some boos, but mostly nostalgia cheers for, you know, you thought Roman Reigns got heat back in the day? All Vicky needed to do was come out and say, excuse me, and get booed out the fucking building. She was the epitome of a heel manager. Whether it was a heel manager or a heel GM. She knew how to push the buttons. She was a great character in the WWE. Great to see her there for nostalgia appearance. So we went from the Superstar Wives to the Superstar Ex-Girlfriend as the ex of Big Cass and Miss Money in the Bank Carmella would appear on the scene. But then right before she would get to the ring, she would get Heath Slatered and took it out on the ramp as Vicky Guerrero, still stemming from her elimination, laid out Carmella with her Money in the Bank briefcase, sending her temporarily out until Natalya came in and shoved her back in, who was number 18. Their next surprise, Kelly. I had a soft spot for Kelly. She was one of my other favorites in the PG era of WWE. It was kind of like a little sly spit in the face to have Kelly in this woman match. It being in Philly, the home of ECW. Kelly was in the revived ECW. We didn't get a lot of ECW guys tonight in the woman match. We didn't get like Tommy Dreamer or RVD. The only true ECW guy we got was a guy who's already on the main roster as an active member, Rhino. So, Kelly did pretty well in there. You know, she wasn't the best either, but there you go. Number 20 was Naomi. Feeling the goal. Now, here is, like I said, the new queen of Rumble saves. Like I said, Kofi is the king of Rumble saves, and now Naomi is too. So Naomi was number 20. Then number 21 was Jacqueline. Nice, another big surprise. And then Nia Jax, who tied with Nikki Bella. Yeah, Nikki Bella showed up. Get to her later. And also Sasha Banks for most eliminations. Actually, Michelle McCool had most eliminations. Michelle McCool looked pretty good at them, getting 5. But Nia had 4. Second most eliminations tied with Sasha and Nikki Bella. She came and eliminated everybody, including tossing Naomi over the top. But Naomi, there was Naomi landed on everybody on the outside. Nia was tossing everybody out. Some went over the top. She eliminated a lot. Like I said, she would eliminate Kelly, Jacqueline, and Ruby Riott. They tried to eliminate Naomi, but only the women that were on the outside, whether tossed over the top or middle up by Nia. She got tossed over the top rope and landed on top of the other women before landing safely on the barricade. And then did like a balancing rope act on the barricade. Asked Maria Menounos to kindly remove herself from a chair. And both and Kofi Kingston like escape. I think Kofi Kingston done this before. Land on a chair and bounce back into the ring. Copied a Kofi spot, but hey, we had a Kofi-like spot in the Women's Rumble with Naomi. Like I said, now she's the queen of the Rumble saves. So after Nia came in, we had number 23. The last of our NXT surprises. The NXT Women's Champion, Ember Moon. I predicted that. Stemming still had a little cast on her shoulder after being taken. That shoulder was targeted by Shayna Baszler in her title match. She did nail the Eclipse at one point during the match. I was going to see her do that. And she took on Nia Jax immediately, but got pummeled. Number 24, Beth Phoenix. Cool to see her in there. We had more Hall of Famers in the Women's Rumble than the Men's Rumble. Only one WWE Hall of Famer in the Male Rumble being I don't think we had any Male Hall of Famers in there tonight. We had no Male Hall of Famers. We had a lot of female Hall of Famers. But, yeah, Beth Phoenix. She did have a little interaction with Natalya. Real life best friends. On-screen best friends, too. Natalya would induct Beth Phoenix to the Hall of Fame last year. Shook hands. But Natalya bitch slapped the head of Miss Beth Phoenix, who was only the second woman ever to be in the female or male Rumble. Eliminated Khali. Tried to eliminate Nia Jax a couple times. But they got taken out by Natalya after the bitch slap from Natalya. So, there you go. 25. Asuka. Nobody was ready for Asuka. She eliminated 3 people tonight. She eliminated Ember Moon. They had a little rivalry with Newell. They had a great rivalry on the NXT Championship. I said that Ember Moon still believed this to this day that Ember Moon should have been one to beat Asuka. But they had a great one of matches at NXT TakeOver. Where was Mania was last year? Oh, Orlando. And a great battle one at Brooklyn 3 last year. So a little rivalry renewal before Ember would be eliminated by Asuka. And she targeted the injured arm of Miss Ember Moon. 25 was Asuka, like I said. 26, Mickie James. So she came in, did little moves in there. And then number 27 and 28 were the Bella Twins in succession. Nikki was 27 and Brie was 28. Brie Bella is back, unretired, and no Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox was supposed to be in this match, but she got injured. So I think she got replaced with somebody. I don't know who exactly replaced Alicia Fox. I read that earlier today about her not being in one match. We had both Bellas. Twin Magic was dominant. And then came 29, Bayley. And she was eliminated by Sasha Banks. We're finally getting heel Banks. We had a little bit of heel Banks midway towards the end of the Rumble match. So we're on to 30. We were like, is it going to be Rousey? Is it going to be Rousey? She was denying it all weekend. Was it a ruse? Were we get Rousey? At 30. Nope. Trish Stratus was number 30. That was cool. Now, I said Alicia Fox was injured, but I was like, maybe Alicia Fox is still in it. But she can't be 30. So I'm happy it was Trish. And speaking of rivalry renewal, she had a little rivalry renewal with Mickie James. Too bad Mickie couldn't do this again. Anywho, they had a little brawl before Mickie would get eliminated by Trish. And I think the final form was both Bellas, Sasha Banks, and Asuka. That was the final four. Because Sasha would then eliminate Bayley, and like I said, she also eliminated Trish Stratus. And then the heel Sasha came out as she and the Bella Twins kind of isolated Asuka pretty early. Could it be a new heel stable? But at least we finally got to see the heel Sasha Banks come out. She should be a heel. I've been saying it for a long time. Turn Sasha heel. Hopefully this is the start of Sasha turning heel. With the heel list coming out, and I need to mention this before I forget, we have the Wonder Boss. I mean, Sasha Banks. Hey, we have the Underboss with Bad Luck Fale in the Bullet Club. And we have the Wonder Boss. The Wonder Boss, because Sasha Banks dressed up like Wonder Woman tonight. At least she wasn't dressing like Eddie. Anywho, after the isolation game, as the Bellas and Sasha were triple teaming on Asuka, with Bellas setting Asuka up for the double knee stomps at one point by Sasha. Sorry, my voice is going out. It's been a long, like I said, long weekend with gigs and concerts, and then the wrestling, added on to it. So I apologize. Sasha would then be eliminated by the Bellas. Bellas would turn them back on Sasha after their alliance was short-lived. Remember, every woman for herself. So after the Bellas took care of Sasha, we came down to the final three. Now, if Rousey was in, it would have been like, oh, Rousey's going to win. But with Rousey not in, I think we knew by this point, who would have thought the women's rumble would have the predictable winner? So by this point, we were like, Asuka's winning. So she eliminated Brie, came down to her and Nikki. This final ball went 5 minutes too long because we just knew Asuka was winning at this point. We were not getting any more entrants, and at this point, no Rousey. So it's like, Asuka's winning, just get it over with. After the little spot from Nikki, Nikki got the elimination, and even got separated with a John Cena sucks during the match, because she's, of course, engaged with John Cena. And Brie had a little, I forgot to mention, Brie had a yes moment, as she is, of course. She looks good for having a baby after a year. You know, she had a baby last year with her husband, D.Y. But it's kind of interesting. You couldn't clear him, but they cleared her. But Brie's not the one with neck problems. Nikki is. So, Nikki was eliminated. Asuka won the Royal Women's Rumble. And you had both women's champions at ringside. You had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte at ringside. They came out before the Rumble match started. Seth was on commentary. So, Asuka standing tall as the victor. I want to do something quickly. I apologize. I'm going to set it up. So Asuka was relishing her victory. And they were going to make her choose her champion that she was going to face. As they pulled out both the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion into the ring. I think Stephanie was in the ring too. And Stephanie, like I said, was not that bad on commentary. She was not annoying. And women match overall was great. I'll give it a 3.8 before I get to the conclusion of our Rumble with what happened when Asuka was trying to choose what champion she was going to face. So, if you hated the Women's Rumble, you either hated it because Asuka won, as predictable. You know, she might be the female Roman Reigns. Because fans are fickle. Like, they want somebody new. And then it's like, we don't like him now because they pushed down our folks. I can see that with Asuka. Now, you know, as the female Reigns shoved down our thoughts, the undefeated Asuka. This was a predictable route, but at least she got cheered, not booed. Like Reigns did when he won. So, there's that. So, Asuka was staring down Bliss and Charlotte in the ring. Stephanie was there and everything. And we thought, okay, are they going to have Asuka pick the champion immediately or drag it out? You know, they didn't drag out Nakamura. Because sometimes when people had the choice of a champion, when they won the Rumble, like choose what champion you wanted to face, you would have they would drag it out a couple weeks. We thought maybe Asuka won't drag it out like Nakamura didn't drag it out. But just as Miss Asuka was about to pick her champion, might have been Alexa because she's beaten her before. I'm going to do this again. Sorry. This on the fly here. Should have thought of this earlier, but hey. I think you got it now. Okay. But as Asuka's about to choose a champion, this hit. She showed up. Ronda Rousey showed up after the Rumble. Wearing a leather jacket, and yes, people, she is the rowdy one. So she had Rowdy Piper graphics for entrance, Tron, Sting, and she had a Ronda Rousey jacket. She came to the ring, big pop. I am kind of happy she wasn't in the Rumble match. Would have been more predictable than Asuka winning it. At least we saw Rousey. We thought we weren't going to see her after Trish was 30. It was like, okay, no Rousey. Maybe Ronda was right. Maybe Rousey was telling the truth to TMZ. But believing TMZ is the truth is like believing in CNN. Anywho, political stand over. And we thought we weren't gonna see her, but then bam, we saw at the end after Asuka's gonna choose a champion. While he stared down Asuka, stared down Bliss, stared down Charlotte, the woman that many people expected to face, and pointed the Mania sign. So we did not get an exact pick from Asuka, but I think we know where this is gonna end up. Asuka's gonna face Alexa and beat her again, this time for the title, and Rousey's gonna face Charlotte. That's the match many people are expecting since she showed up at the CWC. Stare down the 4 horsewomen of NXT. And that would be a great match, Charlotte and Rousey. You know, Rousey needs a refresher. I think many people debating about whether or not Asuka would show up to WWE at all after losing her last 2 MMA fights. Losing, of course, the big loss against Holly Holm, then losing to Amanda Nunes in her comeback fight in 2016. You know what I mean? She doesn't, like, they said WWE was not going to be her way back. But now she is in WWE. She took Daphne's hand. And it's now official. Rousey is signed to the WWE full-time contract. She signed it tonight. She even said to TMZ, not only was she not going to be at the Rumble, but she even signed a contract. Well, she was fibbing. It was a ruse. She did sign a contract and released a statement to ESPN saying that this is my life now. First priority on my life, on my timeline for the next several years. This is not a smash and grab. This is not a publicity stunt. When I first met with Triple H, which they didn't meet, I told him there are other things I can do with my time that'll make way more money, but I won't enjoy it nearly as much. It's funny. It's kind of like acting, in that it was something I always wanted to do, but never thought it was in the cards for me. And now I realize I really do have this opportunity. I feel like my 6-year-old self would totally kick my ass if I didn't take it. So Rousey is in WWE. After much speculation about her being in WWE, and speculation about her being in the Rumble match. She wasn't in the match, but she showed up after the Rumble match. And that's how we ended with Ronda Rousey arriving in WWE. So that's it. I don't know how much my voice can handle now. It's been a long weekend on my voice. I even tried to go on Facebook Live, trying to do my reactions to the Rumble. But unfortunately, I had the sound up too high and got blocked by WWE. They won't block this video. They won't block this. So, there you go. So, thank you so much for watching this review. I thought it was a good event. SmackDown title matches were great. Both Rumbles went well, especially with Reigns not winning. But the Raw title matches sucked. There's only a little nag about the pay-per-view. Besides the pre-show matches being okay, the Raw title matches sucked. So, there's that. So, thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. See you later. Thanks for holding out this long. If you did, fast forward. Bye-bye.